Liberating trees to add value to a lawn mowing business. William Hovey Smith, 2018. I'm the author of Create Your Own Job Security. Now, lawn mowing is a simple job that is usually done by teenagers in their neighborhoods. Well, here's a way to earn extra money by adding value to that process.
This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. I have 4 acres here at Whitehall around my house lot. And this acreage is undulatory to steep. I have one steep pitch down like this at the front of the yard, but other parts of it are rolling. We also have further complications in that I have large trees that are over 100 years old. These trees have roots, and these roots can literally ruin a lawnmower in a hurry if you hit one going at high speed. And that's why I do the mowing myself. Now, if you are a young guy and you want to earn some money, well, contract lawn mowing is one way to go. And we're going to show you a few particulars about how to do a better than average job. One thing I'm doing today is using hand clippers as I mow to take off these low-lying limbs that you see. We're going to have weather about 100 degrees today, and so I want to get my lawn mowing done early in the morning. So it is now something like 8 o'clock. I've already done my clipping, so I'm going to pick up these branches and put them on the burn pile.
Some of the branches that require to be clipped are actually hung up pecan limbs. And so I managed to pull those down. So of course these will go on the burn pile too. In the meantime, I have my initial cuttings on my cart, but I'm going to have to do some sawing on some limbs because it's still a little low. I can't run my mower underneath that cedar tree without hitting my eyes or other interesting body parts with various branches. So some of those are going to have to be trimmed as well. And we'll use a saw for that. This is a type of bow saw that I know as a Sandvik. It's originally a Scandinavian design, but it's lightweight, it's handy, and it'll cut 2-inch stuff pretty good. So I'm going to use it to lob off some of these lower limbs. These cedar branches are growing so close and so intertwined that I'm having to use my little hand clippers there to get enough clearance so I can actually work the larger saw. Sometimes later we have done our clipping now and have branches laying on the ground and much more ground clearance by that tree. It also exposes the trunk of the tree so I can start working out those shrubs and other weed trees that are growing up against the base. If I don't get them, ultimately they'll become just more and more difficult to extract. That is about as high as I want my burn pile to get. So I'm not going to put anything more on it to speak of. I'm going to take this cart down to the front of my yard where I have a washout by the road and put this debris on top of it where it will slowly rot, decompose, but in the meantime help with erosion control. This land will erode into gullies, and if you doubt me, you can go to Providence Canyon in West Georgia where they have a canyon that is 20 to 30 feet deep that was eroded, started from a drip from a barn roof, it is said. Well, at any rate, right here locally, we have ravines up to 15 feet deep, which is certainly deep enough. And I do not want this gully here to get started and erode more and more of the yard. You can see old logs here, pine logs that have rotted partially and helped fill it, and some vines starting to get established, and even a little cherry tree over there, which is just fine. We'll let it go here at the edge of the yard. And so I'm going to put all this small debris in there. We've now moved sufficient branches from in and around these cedar trees that I can do something that I've not been able to do for, 2 years. And that is actually closely mow around these trees. So I'm going to take my mower and do that now, and we're going to stir up a little dust, and we're going to cut down some of these sproutlings. The larger material I've already removed with clippers, but there's still a lot of small stuff in there that now we can take out. That's not as clean as it might be, and that's not quite everything. But that gives us much better off than we have been for the last 2 or 3 years. So, yeah, I think we made some real progress here. Our process of grass mowing and tree liberation has been ongoing all this cutting season. And I'm making some progress, as you can see. But I have a lot of trees, I have a lot of clumps of shrubs that are very old now. And yeah, there are big trees growing up in them. So I've been working at them with various ways. But this is one way a person can earn some money. Yeah, this is very labor-intensive work. It has to be done by hand. And so, if you're in a neighborhood, there's probably somebody who needs to have this done.
It is past noon now, and the summer heat is building up. So I'm going to call it a day. But this is one way that you can do lawn mowing and earn a little extra money by adding extra events to your work. That is cleaning up around these trees and clearing things up, besides just using your lawnmower to cut grass. Now, many people in subdivisions start out with a little push mower and a tank of gas and go around the neighborhood and mow lawns. And if that's the situation you're in, fine, that works. What I've shown you here is the very difficult and worst part of lawn mowing, where you have irregular surfaces, you have some challenges, you're using older equipment, and sometimes it starts and sometimes it don't. You have to keep it running. But this is one way that almost anyone can earn a few extra bucks in the summertime. There's always somebody who's going to need their lawn mowed. And maybe it's only because they're going on vacation for 2 weeks. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye. God bless, and see you next time.
Create Your Own Job Security, Plan to Start Your Own Business at Midlife is a book that encourages a person to start multiple businesses throughout their lives to fit their economic needs at the time and also their levels of training. So you might start off with something as simple as lawn mowing and then wind up with a business worth millions or billions of dollars, and this book will instruct you on exactly how to get that done. Canine Supervision by Hector and Half Dog Fred. Now, value-added work is usually thought of something in regards to corporate America, but even the smallest of businesses can benefit. My new book, Create Your Own Job Security, encourages people to start new businesses when and as needed. For more information, you can go to my website below. It is available as a soft cover from Amazon and as an ebook from all other sources. It is never too early or too late to start your own business. Start your own business today. Goodbye and God bless.